Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Our entire team is now with us to help you prep for the day, and there are plenty of stocks to talk about. Anuj, let me begin with you. What are you looking at today?
Just to carry forward the point Prashant made about the bond yields and the IT stocks. Today, it's possible that, IT stocks start soft. Even the Nasdaq was down quite a bit. But because today's expiry, what I want to see is if names like Infosys and TCS, which have sort of been in a decent rally of late, if this dip gets bought, if this dip gets bought in IT names, then I think that move to 18,000 is on today itself. So that is why, for starters, as I said, IT stocks will be weak. So I'll keep an eye on both Infosys and TCS. If they start to sort of turn into the green, I think that will be the market's message that perhaps the dip is getting bought. So that's why I keep an eye on both these large cap IT names.
All right, Anuj, thanks very much. That's IT stocks in focus may have a soft start, but keep an eye in terms of their behavior through the course of the day. Now, TRAI data, telecom data is out. Rima is here with what it tells us. Rima, hi, morning.
Hi, morning. So this is for the month of June. Reliance Jio has added the most subscribers for the third consecutive month. In the month of June, Reliance Jio has added 42 lakh subscribers, followed by Bharti Airtel, which has added 7.9 lakh subscribers, while Vodafone Idea has lost 18 lakh subscribers in the month of June. But remember, this is data for the month of June, which gets captured in the Q1 subscriber data. So in a way, the essence of this, minus a few numbers here and there, decimal points, it's largely known. In the Q1 numbers, we knew that Jio subscriber addition was very strong, which means June would have also been very strong. And for Bharti's, it was moderate. So while the data is positive for Reliance Jio and even for Bharti Airtel, and it's negative for Vodafone Idea, I don't suspect it's going to have a big impact from a stock market point of view because it gets captured in the Q1 data, which is out. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, the other stock that I'm watching today is Sona BLW, and I'm going with red over there. I'll tell you why. Now, Blackstone will be selling about 13.6% stake in Sona BLW via a block deal today. So now Blackstone is looking to raise about 3,200 crores via this particular block deal. And remember, Blackstone currently holds about 34.1% stake in Sona BLW as of June. And they're looking to offload about 13.6% stake. Now, the reason why I'm going with red is because the floor price for the block deal is 500 rupees a share, which is a 7% discount to the current market price, and it was already down about 5.5% today. So I will be looking forward to this block deal, but it is at a discount, so I'm going with red.
All right, we'll keep an eye out on Sona BLW with that block deal today. Wipro is in focus. Rima has more. Rima, back to you.
Well, this is what, money control sources have picked up, so I'm just reporting on that. Now, Wipro has held back June quarter's flexible payout to mid and senior employees. This was a letter that Money Control accessed, which was written to the employees earlier this week. And the letter says that senior managers to C-suite employees, that's the higher end employees, will not receive any variable payout for, in the month of June, while the associates will receive only 70% of their variable payout. So, this is not negative news, but bear in mind a couple of things. One, this comes on the back of 2 very good years in terms of wage hikes and increments for the IT sector. B, is this a Wipro-specific problem, or can we hear other IT companies? While Wipro's margin performance Q1 was stark, it was at a multi-quarter low, but even the rest of the IT pack reported some margin misses. So can we now expect IT companies to perhaps go slow on the wage hikes? But if they don't, then attrition will continue to remain a problem. For Wipro, the attrition is very high, and this development, if it doesn't become an industry-specific issue, could result in Wipro's attrition going up even higher. In the June quarter, Wipro's attrition was in excess of 23%. Back to you.
Okay, is Wipro responding to industry dynamics, or is this just a company-specific thing? That's the thing to note. And we'll check up on that with other companies as well. Rima, thanks for that. More stocks with news flow. Ekta is that list. Ekta, hi, morning.
Thanks for that. Well, all the stocks that I'm tracking today are all expected to be in the green, so that's positive. Max, for example, the weight up event is likely in Max Health across FTSE indices. This is after the large trade which took place. The upward revision in the investability weighting is expected to increase from 49.36 to 76.19%. and it should probably lead to inflows of $38 million. This adjustment is likely to take place tomorrow. NATCO gets tentative US FDA nod for a cancer drug, $49 million in terms of size. ONGC agreement with ExxonMobil for deep water exploration in Indian East and West Coast. Craftsman Automation commenced the commercial operations of its new additional plant in Pune, and Nava is in focus because Texas Retirement Fund has bought shares worth 27 crores.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, here's a quick recap of our top stocks with positive news flow. There's Reliance, there's Bharti Airtel, Max Healthcare, Natco Pharma, ONGC, Craftsman Automation and Nava. While stocks with negative news flow, there's Wipro, Vodafone Idea and Sona BLW Precision. But let's find out what's happening in the world of commodities. There was a sharp slide in crude, but now Brent is back above $93 a barrel. Manisha Gupta is joining in for a roundup of all the action from the commodity market. Manisha, hi, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Well, yes, we have seen the crude prices come off its lows, and that really is because of the U.S. Inventories draw at a huge 7.1 million barrels. Last week was a buildup of 5.5 million barrels. So this is quite a U-turn that we've seen in the U.S. inventories. But that's a supportive factor because the markets do believe that the refining and the demand for crude seems to be coming back. And that can be seen in the U.S. gasoline stocks, which have declined for a second straight week. The gasoline production also is averaging lower on a week-on-week basis. So clearly support coming in for crude from there. But that is where the good news ends. The fact that the crude prices are down by 6% in this week is because there is higher production increase that we have seen from Russia, from Saudi Arabia. The UK inflation at 10% is the highest since 1982. And then the Chinese refining is also on a lower level, lowest since March 2020, and that would continue to keep the prices in check. But as of now, we are still headed for a weekly decline. Intraday markets clearly trading in the positive.